The Georgian, 29 years old, making his third walk down the aisle here in RAF. Beat Lance Palmer, RAF 05, and then RAF 06 last month, as I mentioned, beat Pullas 5-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it, your main event of the night. Brought to you by Spartans.com. This is the rematch the world wanted. This is the rematch the world is watching. For the sold-out crowd in the Yingling Center in Tampa, Florida. And the millions watching around the world on Fox Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down. Somebody make some noise. Three rounds in the Real American Freestyle Middleweight Division. Introducing first on my right, he weighed in at 174.6 pounds. An Ohio State champion and an Ironman tournament champion representing Canfield, Ohio. Introducing Giorgio His opponent across the mat weighed in at 174.4 pounds, a recent UFC #1 lightweight contender, representing Armenia, presenting Armand Tsarukyan. Your referee is Tim Condit.
Tsarukyan, UFC superstar, 23-3 with 15 finishes. He's won 5 straight. Submitted Dan Hooker his last time in the octagon last October. But tonight's business ahead as he'll look to knock off Giorgio Pullasa. Tonight's main event is brought to you by Spartans.com, the official online gaming partner of Real American Freestyle. Scan now or go to Spartans.com to play. Kurt, first 30 seconds, what are you looking for?
These guys are going to feel each other out, but I'm actually surprised how good Tsarukyan is, considering he only wrestled when he was a kid, and he wrestled to help his MMA skills. But this kid's a great wrestler. He's a world-class wrestler, and he's facing a guy that wrestled since he was a kid all the way up through college.
You saw the first match in Arizona last month, Chill. What adjustments will be most critical in this showdown?
One thing that Giorgio didn't know is how good he was, truly. Giorgio turned out to be tougher than even he thought that he was. When he focused, no longer on the tactics, no longer on getting the referee involved, and he just wrestled. Giorgio can go with him. He can go move for move with Armand Tsarukyan. Now, he needs to leave everything behind him, not worry about the highlight reel or the pass, focus just on scoring points under the freestyle rule set.
Chael, how did you adjust to jumping in the octagon against a guy that you didn't like and not let your emotions take over?
It's a very difficult thing, and you can say all of the buzzwords about you got to compartmentalize, and you need to leave that behind you. Look, this is personal. This is one-on-one combat in front of the world wearing a singlet. There's nothing I can think of that's more personal than this.
Halfway through this first period, 50 seconds to go in a scoreless match. Tsarukyan and Pullasa in our main event here at RAF 07, down to 40 seconds. Did you ever have a situation like that, Kurt? Getting onto a mat with a guy that you just didn't like?
Oh yeah, many times. But I kept my composure. I never let myself go. And you got to focus on the match and only the match and how to win.
Pullasa was on the shot clock, failed to score in that 30-second window. So Tsarukyan leading it 1-0. Tsarukyan goes to that 2-on-1, short time in the first. Pullasa able to clear that tie. Who's winning the ties, Chill?
Yeah, it's a good question because Giorgio is so strong there. I mean, I feel like when I look at him that he's the bigger man. The scale might disagree with me, but upper body-wise, he looks like the bigger, stronger man. I'd like to mention something. Armand has competed since these guys last met. He went again a couple of weeks ago. He flew out to Brazil. He took on Moikaev. So Armand is always looking to compete. He's officially Dana White and the UFC's #1 contender. Giorgio just focused on this one competition.
So Armand's pretty much active, right? He goes as much as he can.
Yes.
Does as many competitions.
Well, and I got to give a lot of credit how Real American Freestyle pulled this off so quickly, right?
Yeah.
Less than a month apart. Every organization tried to come in and grab this match, but these guys said, we have a dispute and we're going to settle it under this rule set. I very much respect that from both of these athletes.
And I'll tell you this, these guys are behaving tonight.
So far, Kurt, so far.
So they are addressing Giorgio Pullasa in his corner.
I wonder
Looks
who
like
the
his
fan
right
favorite
hand.
is tonight. I don't know which one. They're both cheering for both of them. They're all cheering for both of them. Who are they booing? Armand or Giorgio?
It is a packed house. All eyes on this main event.
Armand is trying to win him over to his side, saying, hey, let's get on with this. I want to use pace. I want to use conditioning. This guy's finding a reason to delay the match. To remind you, that actually happened in their first contest. Similar thing. Giorgio is getting the finger taped, and Armand saying, hey, wait a minute. Hurry this thing up.
So wrapping up his right wrist hand.
I thought it was Armand that was getting his fingers broken last match.
So Pullis is ready to go. Both guys come back center of the RAF mat for the second period. Tsarukyan leading it 1-0, and now they're going to send Pullis back to his corner. I believe he's going to get toweled off.
He just made heel of the night by doing that.
It's been a solid 2 minutes.
I know, this is a long time.
You got this. Wrestle your match. Let's do it.
You hear his corner saying, wrestle your match. Let's do it.
Come on, Giorgio.
All right, they say everything worth doing is worth waiting for. I mean, come on. I'm on the edge of my seat here. A lot of options here for Giorgio. He can try to come underneath him and push him out of bounds. I think he wants to avoid perhaps shooting, ending up in a front headlock situation like what happened with Lance Palmer, but a lot of options here. These guys still don't fully know each other. There's still a little feeling out taking place.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
Crowd getting loud. Giorgio working off an underhook. Looked like he had a split second.
Man, these guys are good on their feet. They have great defense.
Tsarukyan likes to work off the 2-on-1. And now I believe Pullis is going back on the clock.
Yeah, getting warned for passivity.
Tied up once again by that 2-on-1. Now front headlock from Pullis.
This is the most exciting inactive match I've ever seen. The whole crowd's into it.
Tsarukyan likes to neutralize him with that 2-on-1, and it's going to be another point on the board for Tsarukyan.
Well, Kurt makes a good point.
Unable to score.
It's a challenging match to call when there's nothing really to call, but we're just all on our edge of our seat, just knowing anything can happen at any moment. One of these guys can change elevation, they can explode, they can start bringing the drama back into it. Like there's something happening here.
You know what I'd hate to see is Giorgio Pullasa and lose and say, hey, he didn't take me down.
Yeah, right. They still don't settle that dispute.
Straight on shot, but into the hips of Pullis. Pullis, advantage position right here. Short drag out. Oh, and Pullis able to stay square and avoid giving up the takedown as time expires in a second. One more period to decide this showdown.
Armand Tsarukyan, for a guy that only wrestled up until he was 5 years old, can really wrestle. I mean, this guy knows positions. Here's a takedown attempt right here. Pullis turns this into a front headlock, and Armand even does a sucker drag here on the feet again, changes elevation, looks to attack those hips.
Well, don't forget, Shale, Giorgio wrestled at Cleveland State and Ryder. He wrestled in Division I. Ohio State champ, really good high school wrestling state.
Now, I believe Cleveland State dropped their program when he was there. Am I right?
They dropped it last year.
Oh, I thought they dropped it twice. Back in like 10 years ago, I thought they dropped it. They added it again.
So both points on the board for Tsarukyan. Both scored on the shot clock. But if you are Pullas, you would love nothing more than to win this with a takedown. It'd be the last point. You'd win it 2-2. That would be sweet, sweet, sweet revenge for Giorgio Pullas. But he's got to get an angle, and he's got to begin now. You can't wait till there's 20 seconds left in the match. You really got to begin that sprint right now.
I'm just surprised how much composure that Armand has. It's amazing that this guy hasn't wrestled since he was 5 years old or whatever it was.
Going double unders. Double unders. He's got his hands gripped. Inside trip attempt, and Pullas is out of bounds. It's a 3-0 match.
Risky effort there by Tsarukyan, right? I mean, he doesn't need to score. He puts that pressure in. Giorgio could have had an opportunity for a salto. A lot of courage there by Armand to dig those underhooks and go find a score.
Without a doubt, you're right.
Back to his 2-on-1, just doing a really good job taking territory, moving forward, butt to the center. Right on that RAF
I love
logo.
Tsarukyan's positioning. He's always in position.
Tight front headlock.
He's going to take the chance, isn't he? Oh, no. I wouldn't do that, Tsarukyan.
He wants that takedown so bad. Pullas.
Oh, my goodness.
What a floor. He center of the mats. No points after all of that. And that'll be a point for Pullas.
All right, so I believe there was two
points.
exposure.
Two and one, right?
Two exposure for Tsarukyan, according to the mat official. Was that confirmed? It looks like it was. One push out for Giorgio. They're seeing if that was confirmed. I believe that it was.
So the score will be 7-3?
It should be 5-3. I believe the score has it right.
Let's send it quick to Ben.
Yeah, I think that would be it's going to be a bad challenge from Giorgio, so glad his corner didn't throw that. It was pretty obvious. 2 takedowns Giorgio, 2 exposure Armand, 1 push out Giorgio for a score of 5-3. And if he would have challenged and lost, I would have gave 1 more point to Tsarukyan. So his corner did the right thing there.
That was a fun flurry to watch. There were points on the board. 5-3 inside of 20 seconds. Pullas needs a takedown to steal it. And getting around behind. And that's going to be a 4-point move.
Yeah, the crowd's on fire.
Armand Tsarukyan putting a cherry on top of a 9-3 win. Talk about a finish. There was that takedown by Pullas.
You gotta love Armand.
And then 2 more for Tsarukyan. Check this out. Go big or go home.
This kid has a lot of charisma, man. I love him.